What's the dumbest way someone has injured themselves doing something completely normal? I was extremely late for school and still hadn't even ate breakfast, so I figured I'd throw together a sandwich real quick. Nothing fancy, just peanut butter and jelly on wheat bread. I grabbed the jar, twisted it open, and was halfway through spreading when my little brother started screaming from upstairs like the house was on fire. "You used my towel." I froze. We had 4 identical blue towels hanging in the bathroom, all from the same Target pack my mom bought 2 years ago. They looked the same, smelled the same, and had the same crusty texture from being washed 1,000 times. But apparently, one of them belonged to him and him alone, and I had committed an unforgivable sin by drying my hands on it. I yelled back, "I didn't even shower yet, calm down." He wasn't calming down. He kept going. Something about how I always use his stuff and never respect his boundaries, which felt like a wild accusation coming from a kid who still ate cereal with his hands. So I'm standing there, knife in one hand, peanut butter jar in the other, staring up at the ceiling and yelling back at him about towel ownership like we're in a courtroom. And while I'm doing that, I'm still spreading, except I'm not looking at the bread anymore. I'm just moving my hand in vague sandwich-making motions, completely distracted by the absurdity of this argument. That's when I felt it, a sharp, stinging drag across my palm. I looked down and realized I'd completely missed the bread and dragged the knife straight across my hand. It wasn't deep, but it was enough to bleed, and it hurt way more than I expected. I dropped the knife in the sink and just stood there watching blood drip onto the counter like I was in a low-budget horror movie. My mom walked in, saw me holding my hand under the faucet, and her face went pale. "What happened? Are you okay?" I turned around, embarrassed, and said, "I wasn't looking." She blinked. "You weren't looking at what?" "The bread." It took her a second to process that. And then she sighed the kind of sigh that sounds like it's been building for 16 years. She grabbed a towel, wrapped my hand, and drove me to the urgent care clinic because it wouldn't stop bleeding. The nurse called me in, unwrapped my hand, and asked what happened. I explained the whole thing, the towel argument, the yelling, the peanut butter, and she just stared at me. Then she bit her lip. She was trying not to laugh. She cleared her throat and said, "Most people come in with burns from hot pans or cuts from slicing vegetables, but you managed to hurt yourself making a peanut butter sandwich." I nodded. "Don't remind me." She cleaned it, bandaged it up, and sent me on my way with a look that said, "Good luck out there." I got back to school halfway through second period with my hand wrapped up like I'd been in a bar fight. My friends saw me and immediately started asking what happened. One of them thought I punched a wall. Another thought I got into it with someone in the parking lot. I told them the truth, and they lost it. For weeks, anytime I pulled out food, someone would say, "Careful, don't look away this time." My brother, somehow, felt bad. He stopped complaining about the towel and even apologized later that day, which felt like a glitch in the Matrix. And now, every single time I make a sandwich, my mom watches me like I'm defusing a bomb. She'll walk into the kitchen, see me holding a knife, and go, "Eyes on the bread."